style. How did you meet happy science? Something like that, if you can.
Sure. Walking around the Mind Body Expo a few years ago, and um, myself, a spiritual seeker, the truth, and also going on my spiritual journey to try to find out the phenomena that I was experiencing and trying to understand it myself. Um, I came upon the Happy Science booth at the expo,
Mhm.
Mind Body Spirit Expo,
4 years ago, mhm,
downtown.
at the Blaisdell Center. Mhm.
So uh, there was so many books that was displayed there, and about a dozen of them. I would have read it on just during college, really, like that. All of these books I would read. I'm very interested in the one on love and prosperity, the one on um, meditation or healing, and Alfredo was the one behind you that
Yeah, he was a minister there
hmm,
back then,
was then I
four
was
years
asking
ago.
about all these things and asking about the author, and he recommended The Laws of the Sun to me. So that was my first book, and I only took one book that day. Um, although I wanted to take so many more. They're all so good. But
Exercising,
okay,
yeah,
one book.
yeah,
So
something
and
meditation.
yeah, that led me to finding out more because that The Laws of the Sun that we're about to talk about today blew me away. Blew me away, especially about this, about what is the mind, what is the soul. I like history, and I've so the ancient civilizations in chapter 5 was also um, enlightening. The whole book was very enlightening, and
Yeah.
then I realized that happy science has some um, a way of giving us the truth about things that we may have heard or learned about in other faiths or other practices um, in a very modern way, and that
Uh-huh.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
So
on,
updated.
yeah, on top of just making sense, it feels right. It's
Mhm.
in harmony with
Yeah.
how I feel and believe, and intuitively I knew
Mm.
that this is the right teaching. Um, I was raised Catholic, and even in growing up, there's like, even though they say something about the Bible, there's a little bit
So similar, right?
uneasiness exactly
Uh-huh.
about certain teachings, like, is that possible?
Yeah,
So
here are kind of people.
I'm like, so some things I
Yeah, all three cards.
yeah, so out of harmony of my own uh, basic spiritual belief. But in happy science, it's very harmonious chords. And if there is something that strikes us the wrong way, I found that that is my own thinking that produces this chord that I have to kind of figure out why is this vibrating in a wrong way. Like something's affecting me, and even in everyday life, something just affected me that brought me down. And those are things that through the our practice of the mind that we focus on. That's okay. What just threw me out of my harmony?
Um,
And here, when we get together, we talk about these techniques on how to
uh-huh.
stay in
Yeah.
harmony
Hmm.
all the time, all the time.
Uh-huh. Thank you for experience and then your great explanation.
Mhm.
Alfredo, please. Uh-huh.
Like Joseph said, and I don't want to have to repeat this story because it's similar to mine,
Uh-huh.
but I was born and raised Catholic, strong Catholic. So when I read the book, The Laws of the Sun, I had to read that book 3 times because it was too much for my brain to handle. And a lot of the things that
Yeah.
Master Okawa spoke about didn't make any sense to me because I couldn't think at that level.
Hmm.
So I put down the book, and I was around for about 5 years because anytime I thought I understood something, another truth revealed itself. So we all think we understand the concept of love, but we don't. So I learned through these teachings that love is something that you give without expecting anything in result or in return, which is not usually what people understand or practice. I love you. If you love me, I give you. If you give me. So it's a reciprocal. When you understand love in its truest sense, it changes your entire thought process. So it took me about 5 years before I decided to become a member because I was always feeling like I had to let go of my Catholic teachings to accept this, which is not true. You accumulate all the teaching that you have accumulated over the years, and you truly learn to interact with other people on a spiritual level. So I've been around now, what, about 20 years?
Because he became a minister
So I
once.
was the local minister here until I came down with Parkinson's. And then I was told that I had, and what is my handshake? But I requested from the main branch in Japan that they send a younger, healthier, better looking minister. I ended up sending people. But yeah, I've been around for a while, and through me, Joseph, and there are many others that are not here today, but we get together quite often, and we go deep into the teachings. So that's my best. I would say keep searching, and there's so much material here that you're not going to be able to digest it all. Take what you can, and just keep moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah, we are providing with a knowledge, spiritual knowledge, to nourish your soul. So please take this opportunity for your life better, and then yeah, please practice it into your life, and you can see what's going on, what makes you better, yeah, what changes your life. So we are full of spirituality, thanks to Master Yohoka. Yeah, thank you. Excellent. So Sandy is very new. You you became a man. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I grew up in a Christian and a Buddhist atmosphere at home. So that's what made me come to Happy Side. I just picked up the book from Safeway, and my friend who is on the mainland kind of introduced me to Happy Science.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
In ways because of my upbringing, and she said it would make me understand both faiths and just continue to read the books.
Oh, who is it?
Huh?
Mainland person.
Oh, her name is Ida.
Ida.
Yeah. I think now she's in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
Maybe she had moved. I lost her number.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, but she was really into this Happy Science. So that's what gotten me interested into it. Just like Mr. Okawa, when you read his books or materials, like he talking to you in some ways, making you understand the past, the present, and what is in the future, and the spiritual part about it, the spiritual realm, and what's life, and
Yeah.
what is death.
Yeah.
There's
No one can
reason
answer easily.
why for everything, but sometimes you just have to accept, like, what is going on around you, the weather, the atmosphere, and people, how we tend to react. Like when they had the Lahaina, no one knew it was coming, but it had to come, and why we get certain earthquakes, tidal wave. That's part of I guess Mother Nature, but and why we have wars, and why this and that happened. Because to me, basically, it's all about the land. It's about the land. When you think about it and why they kill so many people, innocent, yeah.
Mhm.
But that's the way of the world, you know. And somehow, like I said, this generation got to do something. Because some of us leaders barely exist because of too much corruption.
Mhm.
You got to work your way around
Mhm.
some things because it's like Satan, even with all these weapons we got now, what they make it for.
Yeah. Okay.
And it can go off anytime, but
Uh-huh.
somehow we try to think positive to move forward. That's why everything is costing more and more and more because of the labor. When labor first started in every country, well, now that you're looking at the primitive, that living in the jungle, but we live in a society, a social living, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
changing and
yeah, yeah.
you know how we learn like kids today is different from when
Okay.
I grew up.
Okay.
That's what come happy science.
Right. Thank you,
The
Sandy.
teaching is good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Yeah. All those things. So life's question answered by happy science. Okay. So let's go ahead. Okay. So this is a Buddha statue. It's showing El Cantare, the supreme God, yeah, as we talked about, one supreme source for each every single religions. Well, sometimes Allah, sometimes Father, sometimes Buddha, all from one source. It's called El Cantare. So we are reciting through what's spoken by Buddha for El Cantare, right? So let's take a vow to compress that. All right. The true words spoken by Buddha, Ryuho Kawa. There used to be the light in the great universe.